Hey, Veritas Church family. I'm sad that I'm not able to be there with you tonight, but as you may have heard, sickness has plagued our family here for the past little bit, and our kids have been sick, and then it finally hit Kylie, and it hit her really hard. She has strep throat, and I'm waiting right now for the pharmacy to be able to get her medicine to finally make her feel better, but she's laid up at home and not doing well at all. And so it's better for me to be with my family and for me to take care of my household. And you guys are in good hands with the elders there tonight, taking care of you guys and leading you well, and giving you the ministry updates and providing an opportunity to be able to ask questions as partners of Veritas Church. But I want to give you a quick update on something that only really I can speak to. I am going on a trip to Bolivia here in March for over, I'm actually going to be out 2 Sundays because we are going to fly out the Friday before and have the opportunity to preach a church down in Bolivia. And we've got a full week of teaching down in Bolivia. Veritas Church, represented by me and some folks from Southview Baptist, which is another local church we were right down the street from when we were at FCA. Sending the Crown Heart family down there to participate in the teaching time. And that teaching time that we're a part of down there is a program called IBAC, which was started a number of years back by someone who went to seminary. He had a huge heart for seeing people be well equipped in underserved areas, places that maybe don't have a seminary or don't have Bible colleges, that ministry leaders, pastors, and just laity would be equipped in places that are underserved. And so what IBAC does is over a 7-year period, once every 6 months, people, pastors, missionaries will go down to whatever that location is. Ours happens to be in Bolivia. And we're teaching through this curriculum over the course of 7 years. And so every 6 months, a new team will come down there and host an IBAC training. It's grown considerably since it started there in Bolivia. We've got well over 100 pastors, ministry leaders, and laity coming to the IBAC trainings. And even more than that, we're anticipated this time coming from about 9 different churches around that area. And some folks that maybe even been disconnected from local churches, maybe have some church hurt, that are coming to this and getting reconnected back with local churches. This is a great way for us to participate in the Great Commission. And I know that right now the involvement has been kind of focused on me. That's because of my relationship with Rich Colt in the Centurion Project. The Centurion Project has a vision and a goal to network churches and network ministries within Fayetteville, but churches in particular, to be able to see their military populations be empowered to lead within those churches and sent, because they're going to be sent on Uncle Sam's dime anyways. And so within our local church and other churches in the Fayetteville area, Centurion Project helps us link arms with those local churches to see the advancement of the gospel. And one of the ways that we're doing that is through the IBAC training down in Bolivia. And so while we're down there as well, we have the opportunity to do compassion projects. And one in particular that has kind of arisen over the times that we've been down there is a ministry in the Brickyard area of Bolivia. It's fairly close to the area where the IBAC trainings are hosted, and it's a really underserved area where there was all these brick manufacturing, and some of that's kind of fallen by the wayside in the past recent years. But in that area, there's a lot of poverty. Liquor is cheaper than water, and so there's a lot of alcoholism, there's a lot of child neglect. And what we've sought to do is find ways that we could bless what's going on out there. And so there's a family that runs that ministry that we're seeking to help navigate what's next for their ministry. And they have now kind of rooted themselves on a vision to see a church planted in that area of town that's really poor and underserved over the next really decade, to see it actually come to fruition and see pastors see healthy ministry team operating there in that area of the Brickyard. That's a little bit about what we're going to be doing down there, helping with those ministries, teaching. A lot of the time will be spent teaching. So Ministry days down there will be long, but it'll be good gospel work where we're getting to teach. In particular, this time going down there, we're teaching about expositional preaching and how to prepare an expositional sermon. And so over the course of the entire week, we'll spend every night doing in-depth teaching with those folks that come to the IBAC training. You as our partners, the first way that you could get involved with this is just by praying for me. I'm looking for a team of folks that I can kind of put together a text group. It's actually one of my ministry goals for the IBAC trip. I was able to eat and hang out with and have conversations with Rich Culp and the team that's going down to Bolivia last week. We met out in Southern Pines and just had like a get together, get to know one another. Some of the families had never met each other that are going down this time, and we wanted to establish some unity on that team before we went down. But one of our goals is to establish a prayer team. And so if you want to be a part of that prayer team, be a part of that text thread that I'm going to be texting every single day that I'm down in Bolivia with specific ways that you can pray, please let me know. You email me at jacob@veritasfayetteville.com, or just let me know and I'll slap you in that text group, and it'll probably be a WhatsApp group once I'm down in Bolivia, because yeah, I don't have to pay for a phone plan down in Bolivia while we're there. But second, if there is a way that you want to get further involved, you can even get financially involved in this. There's ways that we could bless the ministries and organizations down there financially with small gifts if you feel so inclined, if the Lord's kind of leading you towards that. And then also too, there's an opportunity for you to give towards my plane ticket down to Bolivia. Round trip down there for me there and back is right around $1,100. And if you want to help me get down there and get back, help advance the gospel in that particular way, please let us know, and we can tell you and give you next steps on how to give towards that particular initiative and way that you can get financially involved in this. But really, church family, just pray for me as I prepare. It's not often that I'm speaking through an interpreter or preaching through an interpreter. Last time it was a joy to get to work with those folks, but it is a particular challenge that is not normal for me. And so if you feel so inclined in either of these ways to pray or get financially involved in this, please let us know, and we'll get you next steps as to how to action on that. Church family, again, we really wish I was down with you there tonight, but my family needs me, and so as much as I love you as my church family, and you are part of my family at home needs me there right now. And so love you guys, and I will see you, Lord willing, next Sunday.